$40 million state-of-the-art science complex at Miami-Dade College North Campus occupies 70,000 square feet and is designed with the needs of the 21st century scientist in mind. The science complex includes dedicated instrumentation and prep rooms, peer tutoring labs, a lecture hall, multimedia classrooms, and research laboratories. All the laboratories feature AV multimedia stations and an Elmo projector. The complex is highly equipped with cutting-edge technology, including a Cavendish balance, DNA sequencer, and an ICP mass spectrometer amongst the latest industry-standard instruments available for students' use.
In order to maintain our beautiful facilities, your help is appreciated and needed. Please follow all verbal and/or written instructions from your instructor. If you do not understand a direction or part of a procedure, ask the instructor before proceeding. Bring only your laboratory instructions, worksheets, and/or reports to the work area. Other materials, such as books, purses, or backpacks, should be stored in a safe place. Do not leave unnecessary objects like books or clothing on the laboratory bench while working in the laboratory. For your safety, you are required to wear a lab coat. This should be buttoned down at all times. You must be clothed from shoulder to ankles with no skin showing. No open-toe shoes or slingback shoes are allowed. You must wear closed-toed shoes. Long hair, dangling jewelry, and loose or baggy clothing must be secured. Gloves must be worn for all procedures that might involve direct skin contact with chemicals, toxins, blood, infectious materials, or infected animals. One should remove rings or hand jewelry which could interfere with glove functioning. Do not sit on the laboratory bench. Perform only authorized experiments in the laboratory. Students doing unauthorized experiments will be subject to immediate expulsion from the laboratory and possibly from the lab course.
Horseplaying, practical jokes, and pranks are dangerous and prohibited. When using lab knives or sharp instruments, always carry them with the sharp end pointing down and away. Grasp sharp instruments only by the handles. Always cut away from your body. Never try to catch falling sharp instruments. Reagent bottles are not to be taken to your laboratory seat. Bring your own container, beaker, graduated cylinder to the reagent bottle and obtain the amount needed. Be alert and proceed with cautions at all times in the laboratory. Notify the instructor immediately of any unsafe conditions you observe. This holds for all cuts, burns, or chemicals spilled on clothing, as well as for serious accidents. Never handle broken glass with your bare hands. Use a brush and a dustpan to clean up broken glass. It is important that you place broken or waste glassware in the designated glass disposal container. If you do not understand how to use a piece of equipment, ask the instructor for help. Remember, never eat, drink, taste, apply makeup, or smoke in the lab. Read the chemical bottles carefully and check twice before removing any of its content. Be sure you are using the correct reagent, the correct amount, and the correct concentration. Take only as much chemical as you need. Never remove chemicals or other materials from the laboratory area. You will be instructed in the proper method of heating and boiling liquids in test tubes. Examine glassware before each use. Never use chipped, cracked, or dirty glassware. Do not point the open end of a test tube being heated at yourself or anyone else. Never look into a container that is being heated.
Heated metals and glass remain very hot for a long time. They should be set aside to cool and picked up with caution. Use tongs or heat protective gloves if necessary. When heating glass, allow time for the glass to cool before further handling. Hot and cold glass have the same visual appearance. Determine if an object is hot by bringing the back of your hand close to it without touching prior to grasping it. Always allow plenty of time for hot apparatus to cool before touching it and storing it in its original location. In the case of any emergency, notify your instructor immediately. Know the location and correct operation of the safety shower, eye wash fountain, fire blanket, and fire extinguishers. Keep aisles clear. Push your chair under the desk when not in use. Keep all drawers closed when not in actual use. Report damaged electrical equipment immediately. Look for things such as frayed cords, exposed wires, and loose connections. Do not use damaged electrical equipment.
Hands must be completely dry before touching an electrical switch, plug, or outlet. When removing an electrical plug from its socket, grasp the plug, not the electrical cord. Exercise extreme caution when using a Bunsen or gas burner. Take care that hair, clothing, and hands are a safe distance from the flame at all times. Do not put any substance into the flames unless specifically instructed to do so. Never reach over an exposed flame. And remember, no visitors are allowed in the laboratories.
When taking a reagent from a bottle, use only the scoop or dropper provided, or pour directly from the bottle. Do not place the scoop or dropper from one bottle into another. Rinse the outside of the bottle if any reagent has been spilled on it. Remember, contamination of even one reagent due to your carelessness could lead to erroneous results for others and yourself. Try to take only the amount required. If you take more than is necessary, dispose of it in the proper waste container. All aqueous solutions may be discarded by pouring into the sink. Concentrated solutions of acids or bases, or of materials with strong odors such as ammonia, should be poured directly down the drain in the hood and flushed with plenty of water. Solids readily dissolved in water may be treated similarly.
Never return used reagents to the original bottle. Do not place any chemical directly on the balance pan. Use weighing cups or watch glasses. Be sure to clean up any spilled chemicals. For acid spill, use ChemSorb to absorb the spill. Be especially careful when dealing with clear acids, which can be very difficult to see. Always inform your instructor when an acid spill occurs, no matter how small. Liquids which are insoluble in water are to be discarded in the solid waste containers provided. Do not throw these in the sink. Insoluble solid materials like pieces of metals, matches, paper are to be discarded in the waste basket. If you are unsure of the proper place for disposal, feel free to ask the instructor. When you enter the chemistry class, you are required to wear safety glasses. Students who do not wear safety glasses will be excluded from the class. Corrective glasses and sunglasses are not acceptable substitutes. Students who wear corrective glasses must wear goggles. Safety glasses are not a requirement in all biology classes. Please verify the rules with your laboratory instructor.
Before you leave the lab, wash your hands and clean your work areas. They should be kept clean and tidy at all times. Return all laboratory equipment to the designated area. If you are unsure, please speak to your instructor. Success in your labs is dependent on following the rules assigned by your instructor. At the Science Complex, your safety matters. Be sure to speak with your assigned laboratory instructor for more safety rules and guidelines. Together, we can keep our labs safe and a joyful environment to learn.